Hey everyone, it's Patty from PS Papergraphs, and glad you joined me today. I wanted to share with you, well, I'm sharing this week the Buffalo Check. It's a background stamp. Um, I usually get my backgrounds in wood mount, but with the Stamparatus, I'm finding that the clear mount are better. So all week I've been showing you different projects. That I made using this, and I'm going to show you a video today. So today I'm going to make this cute card with the spirited snowman. So my background is the buffalo check, and then I use this spirited snowman, which I just love. I think these snowmen are just so cute. Um, the other day I showed on my blog, if you went to my blog, just a simple Merry Christmas, and it's got the buffalo check, and then this happiest Christmas wishes with the deer from Dashing Deer with the buffalo check. So you can see my blog if you wanted more information about these. But today we're going to make this card. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm using Pool Party cardstock. This is my layer. That's 5 1/4 by 4. So 5 1/4 this way by 4. And then the other color that I'm using is Coastal Cabana. So I thought that would be a nice, fun Christmas or wintry kind of combination. So I'm going to ink up the Pool Party using the Buffalo Check with Coastal Cabana. So let me just move these aside. And what I found with the Buffalo Check is that it's better to use it with the Stamparatus, because I'm finding that you have to stamp it repeatedly to really get a good covering. So let me get that. So I have it all set up, and what I did to make sure that I have my cardstock going in the same place in case it gets picked up, because sometimes when you stamp it, it will adhere to the stamp, and then you have to make sure you got it in the right place. So my tip is to put a little washi tape where you're going to have the top edge and the bottom edge. I also like to put a stamp case underneath. Hope you guys are seeing this okay, so that you have something to kind of push down on. So here we go. We're going to ink this up with Coastal Cabana, and I'm just going to press down on it, and you'll see that it, I don't know, I see lines in it from where I press down, and I think this is why you need to go over and over a few times. So I don't know if you could see that. There's kind of lines from, I think, the edge of the ink pad when you go down. So I'm just going to make sure this is in the right place, and then I'm going to just press down on it. And you want to give it a good press. Now this is a red rubber stamp, so you don't need the mat like you would with a photopolymer. There's a mat that you can use with the Stamparatus. And there is some on the edge, and that's okay, but I want to ink this up again. I want a better coverage. So let's just ink this up again, and you can go over and over. I mean, that's the beauty of the Stamparatus, is that you can make sure you're stamping in the same exact place. It's a good tool for making multiple cards, like if you were going to do your Christmas cards and you wanted to just use the same image over and over and over again for 30 or 50 or 100 cards, however many you make, you can just keep stamping on it. So I like the way this came out. I'll clean this up later. I will wipe this down with my chamois and just wipe this off and this off, but right now you don't need to see me do that. Let me put this aside. So now we have our layer, and it's almost like having a designer series paper. I think it's kind of cool. And I've already cut my ovals. So I used the largest stitched oval and then the largest scalloped oval. And the oval is in the Coastal Cabana. And then I used the smallest stitched and the smallest scalloped for the sentiment. So let's get our little snowman stamped, and they're just all fun. I love this little couple, Love Never Melts, and the guy's with his ice skates on, so they're really cute. But we're going to use the same one, and I'm going to do this in Memento ink. And the reason I'm doing Memento is I'm going to color it in with the Stampin' Blends, and you need to make sure that since they're alcohol based, you use the Memento. You don't use a water-based ink. So I'm just going to stamp him down. He's a fun little snowman. And just give some pressure there. And with these stamps, at first I thought, wow, it's smudged a little bit, but that's actually the way the stamp is. It's got a little smudgy outline to it, which I think is really cute. And then I took the snowflakes, and I did that in Pool Party. And I kind of just went around the snowman and added some of these here and there. So let me just, and you can go off your paper. And let's get one right in there. And just kind of go around with it. No rhyme or reason with this one. And you really can't see the stamp, so I'm just going by the skinny top and the fatter bottom to try to see where I can fit them in. So I think that's fun. And we'll close this up, and then I'm going to just color him, and I'm going to use the same colors. So I colored him. I have his nose. These are the Stampin' Blends, and they come in a dark and a light. So this is light pumpkin pie. I personally like the light colors. Just the dark I think are too dark for me, but it's whatever you like. So I'm just going to color his nose in, and I'm using the smaller tip. Oh, and let me do his little buttons. Get that done. They are hard to put the top on, and that's just because you want to make sure that they're nice and tight. So on this whole thing, I'm just going to do the smaller tip just to make sure I'm in the lines. And this is Light Rich Razzleberry. And I love these. I mean, you almost just have to just touch a little bit. And I think I'm going to make his brim in this color. Last time I did it in the blue. But I'm going to do the Rich Razzleberry. Make him look a little bit different. And then the blue that I'm using is Night of Navy. So this is the light Night of Navy. Now the dark Night of Navy would be very dark. So you just want to kind of color it in. I love coloring with these. They just make me happy. And you really just have to barely touch it and you got the color. And then I'm going to make the other stripes, the Rich Razzleberry. Isn't he fun though? I think he's just really cute and fun. And this doesn't, you know, necessarily have to be a Christmas card. This could be just a winter card, you know, thinking of you this winter, your grandkids. So this is the light gray smoky slate. So I'm going to make his little boots in the smoky slate. And one thing that you have to know about these markers, they're alcohol based, is that it does go through, it bleeds through. So you want to make sure that you have it on paper and that it's not a layer that you're going to see. So on the back of this, you'll see it bleeds through, but we're going to layer it over something, so it really doesn't matter. And then I'm doing the light crumb cake for his little legs and arms, because I think they're sticks, right, for a snowman. And you can barely see it, but it is there. Okay, so our snowman's done. We just have to layer everything together. Oh, and we want to do the winter cheer. So I did that in the Coastal Cabana. I think if you did the little snowman couple, it'd be cute with the Love Never Melts or Your Friendship Warms My Heart. But they're all cute. This is one of my favorite sets. It's fun. So let's do this. It just barely fits, but it does fit. And then I have these layered on top of Bermuda Bay. So we'll just layer it down and then I pop them up. So first I'm going to do the snail adhesive and we'll do our snowman. Probably way too much adhesive, but that is just okay. And I just want to get him right around the edge. I think you can put a little bit over there. Get him kind of centered. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with this. We'll just put it right in the center. And I think these layers just really make it pop. Then I'm going to use my dimensionals. Or actually, let me just put this down first. So I'm going to put my buffalo check, and I think this is just a fun background stamp. I mean, you can do so many different things. You can do the Christmas like I showed you earlier. You can do, you know, baby colors and do baby cards with it. This looks like it's off a little bit. Let me just get that. I feel like I didn't fold it good. Okay, and then we'll pop him up and pop the sentiment. And that's it. We'll do the inside. I didn't really put a sentiment on the inside. If you follow me, I don't do that very often. I decorate it, and sometimes I'll put a sentiment in. But a lot of times I don't do that because I don't know what I want to say. And actually this set doesn't really have, I think, an inside sentiment that I would use. So I could dig one out of another set or just leave it for now. So I'm going to actually put him up and over a little bit. And then I'll put this down below it. And then we'll just decorate the inside and we're done. So, very easy card. Loving this buffalo check print. And you could really play with it and come out with some pretty neat colors, combinations. You can do it on white. So on the cards, well, let me finish this first and then I'll show you. If you do it on white cardstock, but you could do it, I was playing with a light color and a dark stamp. So light color cardstock, dark color stamp, and I'm just putting some of these in each corner just to give it something on the inside. As I said, I'm not going to put a sentiment. So let me just put this on the inside and then I'll show you some of the other color combinations using this. I do have a bunch on my blog, which is pspapercrafts.com, so you could see those. Those are two cards that I made there and get some details on those. But these are these cards. I think I like them better with the pink brim. I think this is too much blue. And then again, this is Cherry Cobbler, and this is actually Early Espresso, which almost looks black. It reminds me of a flannel shirt. And then this is Shaded Spruce on white. So see the difference with the color cardstock versus the white cardstock. Let me see, I have a couple more. I think this is Soft Seafoam with Granny Apple Green. This is Soft Seafoam with Mint Macaron. I'm trying to remember what some of these are. This is maybe Balmy Blue with, I think Blueberry, the new Blueberry one, or Blueberry Bush, I think it's called. So just play with it. This is, I think, the Heather, the new Heather color. So play with it and see what you like, and give it a try. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.